The Zimbabwe Electoral Commission is on the last leg of mobile voter registration. Will more Zimbabweans register? We find out in the following report.
The voter registration exercise is well underway, with nearly 5,000 centers listed across the country. During the recent delimitation of ward and constituency boundaries, ZEC said Zimbabwe had 5,804,376 voters. With this round of mobile voter registration, that figure is expected to grow this election cycle.
When you look at trends from the 2013 elections, the 2018 elections, and the ones we are anticipating already, we have a number that's exceeding 5.3 million registered voters compared to the previous elections that we had in 2013 and 2018. So at the moment, the trends, we are on an upward increase in terms of voter registration, and it seems there is enough participation that is being done by all stakeholders. It could be political parties, it could be the civil society organizations, or ordinary voters or citizens in general. They are participating enough to ensure that there is this increase in voter registration and the numbers.
Zino added that there was a potential to grow the numbers, especially by tapping into the youth. According to the latest census, Zimbabwe has a growing youth cohort, which makes up for about 60% of the country's population.
The changing demographics are giving advantage to the younger generation, but when it comes to voting, the disadvantage is that there is a lot of apathy, especially on the young voters. I think we have seen this not only in Zimbabwe. When you look at Malawi, when you look at Nigeria, even when you look at other countries, that's even in Ethiopia, that has happened. The young people, they are not willing to go and vote. Some of the reasons are a lack of knowledge.
Now joining us is our correspondent, Eben Mabunda, who gives us an update. Good evening, Eben. What have you gathered so far about the voter registration drive?
Good evening, and thank you very much, Christine. Well, this, of course, has been the second day of the final lap of the campaign by the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission to get as many people as can added onto the voter registry ahead of the 2023 harmonized election. And of course, they have actually a wide network that's spread across the country as they expect to visit a good 4,474 centers spread across Zimbabwe. And to supplement, or should I say to support their efforts, we also have civil registry taking place concurrently, and you also have the civic organizations also working hand in glove with that. We have on board also what is known as the Get on the Bus initiative, among several other initiatives that are meant to see to it that as many people are added onto the national registry.
Now, Eben, I know it's been said countless times, but a reminder does not hurt. Just how important is it for Zimbabweans to register to vote?
A good question there. I have to say this is provided for in the Zimbabwean constitution, that members of the populace that are eligible should be able to exercise their democratic right. This is also provided for in the United Nations Human Rights Charter, that of course citizens have the right to influence who it is that leads and governs them over a defined period of time. And so it's very, very important. Historically, Zimbabwe has struggled to get 60% of the eligible voters of the eligible populace to actually participate in the electoral process. And so the battle continues, with expectations that perhaps we could see an increase in terms of the proportions of the populace that we see participating in the 2023 harmonized election.
For that update, Eben, now like Eben says, we cannot overemphasize the value of registering to vote in these elections. So if you haven't already, you still have time to do so with the current mobile registration going on.